What's going on, Gang Green? So, just want to cover real quick the updated news. Today, it got confirmed that we brought in the official Greg Knapp replacement. So, kind of as I expected, I wasn't sure what was going to be done to kind of fill that role, but with the amount of support we've been trying to offer Zach Wilson, I kind of figured something would be done. I didn't know if it'd be in the form of like another assistant or quarterbacks coach or something like that coming in, or if it would have been in the mode of like bringing in a veteran like we did with Josh Johnson, but someone with a little bit more status, I guess we could say. So we brought in Matt Cavanaugh. He's actually worked with the Jets before, 2009 to 2012, with Mark Sanchez. So whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who you speak to, that's kind of up in the air. Personally, from like an experience standpoint, I don't think he's the most experienced person that, he's not like a Greg Knapp that we brought in, but how many people really can be, right? But he does have a background in football. He came in, drafted in the second round. I think it was like the 1968 draft or something like that with the Patriots. Most of his career was a backup, but he's been around a lot of greats. Won two Super Bowls in the backup capacity. And I can't remember who he was backing up. I want to say it was Joe Montana. Joe Montana and somebody else. I can't really recall. But either way, he was in the league for extensive amount of years. Backups have taken more and more priority as well, just in regards to having a really, really solid one. It does a lot more wonders off the field and kind of in practice and stuff than a lot of people experience. They just kind of, have the mindset that if they're not starting, they aren't necessarily needed unless, for like emergency purposes. But there's a lot more that goes into it. Having somebody you can rely on that's, extremely organized, very efficient in the game for whatever reason why they're not starting. Having that additional opportunity to kind of, pick somebody's brain who's really excelled in like a certain system or whatever the situation is, whatever leadership, capabilities they have, extremely, extremely important. So I like it from the standpoint that we finally got that additional kind of new quarterback whisper voice in Wilson's ear that he can really rely on. We know about his playing experience. We know he's been around teams that have won the Super Bowl. So he'll be able to kind of bring those, continued winning qualities that we've seen in the coaches we already have brought on boarded, as well as some of the veterans that have come over that Salah's been able to entice. The other part of it would be now we can pretty much just the full picture's kind of there, right? We have the replacement for Greg Knapp. He's coming in. He'll be able to directly assist. I believe he's just being referred to as a senior offensive assistant or a senior consultant, something to that effect. I think it's a plus. Anything that's going to help offer that additional support for us, especially in the midst of all the bad injury news that we've been having. And I'll be dropping a video about that too. I was really interested in kind of seeing what's been happening with the Jets Atlantic Health and Performance Department and kind of the new things they put in place with personnel and stuff. So I think that'll be a key thing to speak to as well. But aside, I think it's a win. He's a player's coach, having that experience. He's been around the greats. The overlap is that while he was in Washington, I believe originally as an offensive assistant, I think he came on as an offensive coordinator and then got put back down as a senior assistant again, I believe. But they had the overlap. So Sean McVay ended up leaving the offensive coordinator position. He went to the Rams. He took over the offensive coordinator position and then kind of got moved around to senior assistant positions, whatever. But his role is essentially going to expand. I heard he was there earlier in camp. Zach Wilson's even actually name dropped him a bit. So hopefully it does wonders again for anybody that's kind of remembered him from the Mark Sanchez era. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a negative Sanchez for, all the jokes and things that have come up from him. He did play really well the first 2 years. The third season is kind of when the tragedy happened. But if you were truly kind of in tune with the team at the time, we knew it was really like a 2-year window for us to try to hit the Super Bowl, and it was going to be a hard reset. So he just didn't get the support. He didn't have the tools and, maybe the development in order to overcome such tremendous loss and stuff. But I think it's a win. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on picking up this new coach. Hopefully we hear nothing but continued good things. Zach Wilson's been on a tear lately, so I'm hoping the new added expertise and continued excellence in this West Coast system definitely helps him out. But with that said, waiting to drop another video soon for you guys, but let's get it, Jets. Peace.